Okay, so we're almost there. We have our home page just about done. What we want to do is just make it so that the images show up as well, because right now they're not. So I think only one of them actually has an image, and that's this test post. Alright, so let's go to index index.jade. Alright, so we want to go to the view file. And I'm going to go right below the meta, the paragraph with the class of meta, and right above the body. And put an image tag in here. And src. It's going to go to /images/uploads/ and then we need the image name. We got to pull that from the database. So we need to do post dot, I believe it's main image. Yeah, so let's try that. Okay, so you can see that test post is the only one that actually has an image, and it looks like it's coming out of its container a little bit, so I'm going to go to the style sheet and let me see, post, I'll go right here and say post image and we just want to say width 100%. Alright, so that's good. Now what we need to do is we need a default image, because what we're doing is saying if an image, it doesn't get uploaded, then load noimage.png. Alright, and we did that. Where did we do that? Right here. Okay, so if there's an image, then whatever, get all the info. If not, then we're just going to call it noimage.png. So I'm going to bring in an image. Let's see, we want to go to public images, uploads, and I have an image here. I'm going to change the name of it. I'm going to change it to noimage.png. Alright, and then if we go back to the blog and reload. Alright, let me let's see, copy image URL. I just want to see where it's leading. So images, uploads, undefined. Oh, you know what? We created these posts before we even had an image field. So I'm going to go into the MongoDB command line. And actually, you know what I'm going to do is delete all of them. So I'm going to say db posts dot remove, and then just pass in a blank curly braces, and that should get rid of them all. So now if we go and reload, we should have it say no posts. So let me check out the, what do I want, the index page? No, I want index jade. So we're saying if posts, then each post in post. Huh. That's weird. Yeah, it's not displaying no posts. If posts, then do this. If not, then it should say there are no posts. That's really weird. Let me try and move this. Try moving that back, and then moving all this back. Whoop. Ah. Yeah. Let me try that. Alright, good. There we go. Alright, so it was something to do with the indentation. But now it's saying there are no posts to display. Let's put a little bit of margin under that. Excuse me. under the nav bar and some margin above the footer, because this is all very close together. Okay, so nav, let's see, we'll do a margin bottom of 20 pixels, and I don't think we don't even have any footer styling. Okay, I want to put a margin at the top, and we'll say 40 pixels. Let's align to the center and give it a height of 30 pixels and maybe a border top. Solid gray. There we go. So that looks better. Now let's see if we can add a post. Okay, we'll say let's say test post 1, and let's get some text. Let's go to lorem ipsum. Just get some, generate some dummy text. Okay, so we'll grab this and should be able to paste it in, and you can see the source code, and you can see that it puts the paragraph tags in for us, obviously. Let's choose a file. Actually, you know what? Let's not choose a file, because that no image should show up. And there we go. So it gets the default image. Now I want to add another one. So let's say test post 2, and we'll put it in fashion. Oh, I spelled fashion wrong. And let me just paste in the same text and choose an image. Save. And there we go. Now, one thing you'll notice is that the full text is on this page, and that's not usually what we want with a blog. We want to show, you know, maybe just an intro, a part of it. So let's go ahead and do that. What I'm going to do is create a global function. So I'm going to do it in app.js, because app.js is always loaded. And I'll go right below this moment locals thing. So we'll say app.locals dot truncate text. Alright, and that's going to equal a function. And let's see, the function is going to take in text and length. So it takes in the text you want to cut and the length where you want to cut it at. So variable truncated text is equal to text dot substring, and we're going to pass in 0 length. Okay, substring will just cut the text short a specified length, and then we're just going to return truncated text. Okay, and now we should be able to access that in index.jade. Okay, the post body is right here, and we want to go after this equal sign right here, and we'll say truncate text, and then wrap this like that, and then we'll put a comma and then the amount of text. So let's do 400, and we'll save and restart and reload, and there we go. Now we only have a certain portion of the text. Now what I want to do is make it so that I actually want to edit that fashion because I spelt it wrong and that's bothering me. So I'm going to go to the CLI, to the command line interface, and let's see, we'll see db dot categories dot update. Alright, and then the first parameters here are going to be the condition. So we're going to say we're title title equals FASION, because that's how I spelled it, and then we're going to put comma. Wait a minute, I don't want that. I want to put the comma after this curly brace and then put some more curly braces and say title is fashion. Alright, I think that should do it. So now if we go and reload, it still says, let's do db dot categories dot find fashion, spelled right. Alright, so I think we just got to restart the node server. And it's still spelled wrong. Oh, wait a minute. That's because it's coming from the post table, not the categories. Yeah, where is it? Right here. So I need to change that. So we can grab it by, let's say, the title. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to delete these posts and come back. So remove the posts, and then we'll come back and re-add them with the correct category. So now you should see that this is spelled correctly. Alright, so test post 1. Save. Add another. Test post 2. Fashion. And we'll upload an image, save, and there we go. Alright, so what I want to do now is I want to make these links here, the category name, I want to make them into links, and I want them to go to a certain page that will display only posts from that category. Alright, so it should look like when you click on it, it should go categories / show / fashion. Alright, so let's go to, we'll stay in the index.jade file, and this is where the category is coming in right here. So let's put a link, go down, and we'll say href is going to go to let's see, categories / show / post category. Alright, put a little space here, and I think that should do it. Let's check it out. Okay, fashion, click on that, goes to categories, show fashion, which is what we want. So now we need to create categories show. Okay, so let's go into categories.js, and I'm going to put this up here at the top. Router.get, and it's going to be show, and then we're going to have the title. So we want show / and then use a colon title. Alright, and this is taking the place of whatever the user puts in the URL bar. So next we'll have a function, and request res and next. Alright, and then we're going to create a variable db, and that'll be set to request.db, and we'll set the collection, so variable posts. Remember, we're dealing with posts because that's what we want to show when we go to this category page. Even though it's categories, we want to show posts of that category. So we want to say db.get, and then the name of the collection, which is posts, and then we'll say posts.find, and in find we want to get category, and that's going to equal the request dot params dot. Actually, you know what? Let's change this from title to category. I think that makes a little more sense. And then down here we need to say category. Okay, so basically this right here is how we access this. Alright, and we want the category. We want to find all the posts that have the category of that, whatever's typed in the URL bar. Alright, and then let's see, then we want to pass in nothing and a function. And this is going to take, let's say, error and posts. And then we want to render, so I can copy this right here. Okay, we want to render the index, okay, because it's going to have the same layout as the regular home page. It's just going to have restricted categories. Okay, so index, and then title is going to be the actual category, so we can get that from this. Alright, and then we need posts themselves. So posts, and that should do it. So we'll save, and let's restart the server. Oops. Okay, so home, and now I'll click on fashion. Takes us to show fashion, and you can see that that's the only one it's given us. Okay, if we click down here on technology, we get that one. Alright, so that's how that works. So the last thing I'm going to want to do is make it so we can actually click on a post and it'll show the post, its full text, as well as comment info, which we'll get into in the next video.